Hey there, guys. It's Chad howling at you. So, just sitting here, finished up a little bit of work on my computer. Figured I'd go outside and throw a few rounds downrange and relax for a minute, blow a little steam off. Figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. So, as you might have seen in the title, these are a few of my favorite things. So, this one's kind of odd though. Did you ever buy a gun that after you bought it, brought it home, shot it, got over the initial honeymoon stage, you see it in the gun safe and you wonder why you bought it? What was I thinking when I bought that gun? Of course, then you take it back out, you shoot it again, you know why you bought it in the first place. Well, for me, that's this gun. So, what I have is the FNX. So, those of you that aren't familiar with this is actually a 45 ACP double stack. Holds 15 rounds at 230 grains of love. So it was actually originally introduced to compete for the military as their replacement for the M9 or the 9mm Beretta. Tell you what, let's take it to the table, tear it apart.
All right, let's go ahead and make this weapon safe. Everybody can see, nothing in there. All right, good. So, as I was saying, this was actually, it started off as the FN or Fabrique Nationale FNP. And that was built around 2006 as a proof of concept to compete for the contract for the new military sidearm. You got to remember at that time they were thinking about moving away from the 9mm and back into 45. I mean, there were still M1911s out there that some of the branches were using for special operations and things like that. So eventually, that in 2006 changed over to the FNX. So the only difference between an FMP and an FNX 45 is the bore axis is a little bit lower down, and there's some internal modifications, but other than that, that's about it. So the weird thing about this gun, the reason that I sometimes wonder why I have it, you'll notice it is fairly large. It's 5-inch barrel, obviously. This is not fun to carry. It weighs, she's thick, okay, especially with 15 rounds of 45 in it. Yeah, I don't know. It fits okay in your hand. Again, if you have large hands, it does have an adjustable back strap, but the only back strap for this one is larger. The stippling seems really, really aggressive, but I promise you, once you start shooting it, because of the size and the girth of it, you are going to be readjusting after a few shots. You'll get 3 or 4 off, and you'll feel like you want to readjust on the gun. The trigger. So being a 45, it's not a 1911. It is hammer fired, so it's not a Glock either. The single action isn't bad. There's some take up there, little creep, little grit, and break. It's probably about a 6-pound trigger, which would be right for a combat weapon. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's not that silky smooth like a 1911. It's not as bad as Glock, but it's not a 1911. So the other unique thing about this is it's double action, single action. So you can carry it around in the traditional 1911 method, cocked and locked like that. It's perfectly safe, no big deal. Or you can carry it in the double action. So it just means you have your safety on, you can turn your safety off. It's a long trigger pull, off she goes. You all know what that means now. Probably a few of you did notice this does have a decocker on it, so the safety works as a decocker as well. You just pull that down in a down position, sets the hammer back. So let's take it apart. Just throw that lever down, lock it back, off she comes, super easy. A lot of use of polymer, a lot of backup with the metal. You can see how everything runs in here. It's not filthy for a change. I try and give all my guns the attention they deserve, just they don't always make it out of out of the safe as often as I would like. And besides, 45 is stupid expensive right now. You see here, captured retainer spring. Of course, that is on a steel rod. You got your tilt barrel, just like John Browning intended. There you go. That's field stripping right there. Super easy. That was another thing that the military wanted to keep, was obviously the ease of disassembly and reassembly. There we go. Check for function. We're good. Okay. So why do I question this gun? Well, you can carry it. It's not much fun to carry. You're definitely not concealed carrying it. I mean, I'm a big dude, 6'3", 340. I still can't hide this thing on me. It's a little heavy to hang off your side as an open carry. It's not the most comfortable gun, although I do find it humorous. This is my wife's favorite gun to shoot, although she is used to the girth in her hand. But it does have a nice recoil impulse because of the additional weight. The sights are nothing to write home about. They're just 3-dot white sights, Novak style. It's one of those guns for me right now that doesn't really fill a void, that doesn't fill a niche. Initially, it was having a double stack 45. Well, that's great. I mean, there's the mag for it. That's probably 1.5 pounds on its own. Nice Metgar steel, nice butt plate to them, but 15 rounds of 45. I mean, the gun comes with 3 of these. So effectively, if you fill all 3 magazines, you've done away with a box of 45 ACP, which everybody knows is not cheap right now. The good news is about this gun, however, is that it will feed anything from 230 grain, crazy looking hollow points to aluminum case blazer ammo to steel case. I haven't found an ammo that this thing won't run. Is it accurate? Yes, it's probably more accurate than me. If you can hold it, it'll hit it. Even with that trigger, once you get used to it, it's not bad at all. Why the government didn't employ it, I'm not sure. I think that they decided to stick with the Beretta at that point in time. Nobody was really coming up with the design they wanted. The FNP FNX model that was introduced obviously was the Tactical. The Tactical is going to have a threaded barrel. It's also going to have suppressor height sights, and those are going to be night sights with tritium. And it comes in FDE. This is the, shall we say, more civilian model. That's another thing that was a little disappointed with this gun. I thought maybe later on, because 45 is such a great suppressor host, that I'd find a threaded barrel for this. Well, good luck with that. This FNX, they weren't extremely popular. You got to remember that the tactical model was, available at $1,100, $1,200. This one I got a great deal on, but it's still a $600-$700 gun. And for $600 or $700, you're probably out there purchasing something that you can carry. This is not a carry. Again, I can't tell you how much it is not a carry. It's fun to shoot, again, because of that low recoil impulse. But in no way, shape, or form is that a carry. So back to where I was. I thought I'd get a suppressor barrel for it, and because 45 would make a great host, being subsonic rounds for the most part. No, you cannot. There's not a whole lot of aftermarket support for these. You can get the threaded barrel from FN for the tactical. It seems to me that FN realized there was probably going to be a lot of people that would want to do that, and they punished us and essentially made it so that you should have just bought the tactical in the first place. To buy the threaded barrel for this from the tactical version is a little more than half the price of this gun that I paid for it. That's a little cost prohibitive just to get a threaded barrel. Sure, I could call somebody and have one made. Again, the expense. I also thought about buying the slide for the cutouts for the RMR that the Tactical has. Yeah, that is as much as the gun itself that I purchased. So, yeah, they don't make it easy. Finding magazines is rather difficult. Of course, there's folks out there that offer them, but you're not going to have a huge variety. So, pluses and minuses there. You know, the good news is this is a great gun. By God, if you run out of 45 rounds of ammo, you could beat them over the head with this thing and definitely kill someone. It's accurate enough. Again, if you can hang it, if you can hold it, it'll hit it. It's proven that to me time and time again. It is fun to shoot. There's a very low recoil impulse because of that added weight in the slide. Would make a great suppressor host if you wanted to get the tactical model and spend the extra money. And it's FN. It's Fabrique Nationale, where John Moses spent a lot of his time, and obviously it shows. Well, I tell you what, let's take this out. We'll take a few shots with it. So here we are, got our FNX 45, got a full mag. Give it a couple shots. We're shooting 12 yards and 20 yards, no big deal. Alright, we are hot. Let's go out there to 100 and see how we can do it. That's it. There goes a couple bucks. So, great gun, fun to shoot. So that's that. That's the FNX Fabrique Nationale in 45 ACP double stack 45. Fun gun. I love it. I'll never sell it. But sometimes I just scratch my head and wonder why I bought it in the first place. It is fun to shoot. Once you take it out, you put a couple mags through it, you definitely remember. But, the military didn't adopt it. Not quite sure why. Don't know what the politics were with that. It is a great gun. It is very robust. They do make a 460 rolling conversion kit for it. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to check into that. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. I am also moving over. I'll always be here on YouTube. But as most of you know, YouTube is not exactly gun-friendly, 2A friendly in a lot of cases. So some of the more technical things and some of the shooting things that I'd like to do, YouTube is just not going to allow. So I am over at Utreon. I'm going to put the link up here. Definitely a more free-thinking platform. The only rule is don't do anything illegal. So we'll make sure we don't do that. Not a big deal there. But yeah, check me out at Utreon as well. Subscribe over there if you'd like. If you want to support me, there's an opportunity to do that over there. But check the site out. There's a few other gun channels moving over there as well. They just seem to be a little bit more understanding of the 2A fight. So you guys take it easy. Have a great weekend. And as always, thank you for watching. If there's something you want to ask, something you want to see, hit me up in the comments. Thank you very much. Have a great day.